Welcome back, you guys. My name is Erica Sadora, and today I am presenting a new tournament. It is the Valorant's Game Changer Tournament, a women-exclusive tournament that features 32 teams. Women must be placed Platinum or higher, and they must be verified through the Galorant server, which is a thorough process, but it truly ensures that women have a safe space for Valorant and other gaming communities. The prize is $50,000, and today I have the wonderful Heather Garozzo, if I pronounced that right. She is the VP of Talent at Dignitas, as well as overseeing the Women's Initiative at Dignitas. And Heather, I'm so excited to talk to you. Say hello.
Hi, it is so good to be here. There's nothing more that I love talking about than esports and Valorant and women's events. So this is great. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm happy you're here. So I do want to start off by having a very, very broad question. Since this is a women-exclusive tournament in a first-person shooter game, how do you think this will affect women in the future with all games in general?
Yeah, I mean, I truly believe in these women's only events in moderation, I guess I would say. I've been competing in esports since 1999, so that really dates me. And I specifically started with the game Counter-Strike. And that game is very organic, grassroots, built by the community. And for as long as I can remember, there's been women's events. And as a result, that was the strongest women's competitive community in esports. Sure, there's a lot of women that casually play League of Legends and Overwatch and Dota and Fortnite, but it really was Counter-Strike that we saw all these women competing and training and getting picked up as salaried professional players. And I truly believe that's because these women's events have existed as a way to provide a stepping stone, a place where it feels more realistic, more achievable. The women can look and say, I look like her, I act like her, that's someone I can relate to, and I feel like I could be her, and I want to beat her too. And so I think it provides just a great stepping stone to get more women involved in competitive gaming. And now we've seen, with Valorant, again, in my 20 years, I have never seen so many women flock to a competitive game before. And all these women are aim training, they're watching demos, they're watching competitions, they're really getting into wanting to be the best. And so, taking that really engaged audience and pairing it with what we think is, women's events that really create a very thriving, diverse esports community, I think this was just the right thing to do.
I definitely agree with you on that one. And since there aren't as many women tournaments as there are general tournaments, I feel like no one truly sees how competitive women are, especially in first-person shooter games, in League, even in chess, Hearthstone, anything like that. And it's really refreshing to have you as basically one of the foundations for women in esports. It's awesome. Is there any pushback so far, would you say? I know that there are the move from CS:GO to Valorant is a little different because of the gameplay. Is there any mechanical pushback, or not mechanical pushback, but pushback from anyone else?
Interesting enough, a lot of the women's teams are switching to Valorant. It's certainly a different feel, having to use all these extra abilities. But I think a lot of women are switching over mostly because they're seeing the support from Riot Games themselves. They're seeing the support from the tournament organizers. There's this infrastructure that never existed before. And I think they're seeing that and say, this is the game for me. There's still a lot of similarities. The way the weapons shoot are very similar. The idea of teamwork and communication is very similar. So I think it's actually a relatively smooth transition, and it's truly the infrastructure that exists is the reason a lot of people are switching.
As mentioned in our previous emails, you said that college teams are welcomed. Do you think this will pave a path for women in college teams? So far, on campus, our show right now only features male-dominated college teams. So, do you think this will encourage more women to join?
I certainly hope so. Like, to me, that is the next big thing that needs to happen in esports is the collegiate scene. It's already got like a great foundation. We know like a lot of or universities, colleges have teams, but it's like getting the women involved is the next step. And I really hope like what we're doing with the VCT Game Changers really kind of paves the road for that. It sets up examples of just how many women want to participate. We are about to reach our 32 team max limit, and I imagine it's by tomorrow or something. And there's so many more women that want to compete. So I hope that colleges see this as an opportunity to, maybe create something either that's specifically focused around getting more women involved, because it can be intimidating to play with four other guys. Like a lot of people don't want to. You got to spend a lot of time with your teammates, and it's important to have a special bond, chemistry, and some people are just gonna gel better with other women. So I really hope this like sets a great example of the potential for getting more women involved.
Thank you so much, Heather. You have been a great insight, and thank you so much for sponsoring this tournament and being here to talk to us today. You're making a great change for women in esports. Well, that'll be it for today's segment. Thank you again, Heather.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me, and hope you all tune in to watch the event. It will be at twitch.tv/Dignitas.